From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Okay, we're back with Dr. Paul Fabrizio, political science professor over at McMurray University. Also, I want to give you a chance to plug your own radio show. Tell people about that real quick before I forget.
Yeah, we call it The Professors. It's on KWKC, 1340 AM, every day from 4 to 5 p.m.
And if you want more of this, you want to listen to that show.
We talk politics.
This is exactly why we have you on our show, to bring us up to speed on all this stuff you talk about on your radio show.
Yes, thank you.
So, we've talked about our response to Iran and their, I guess, storming of our embassy. Because that's what's happened.
Yeah.
Even before we attacked.
Right.
Basically.
And an American contractor was killed.
That's right.
We need to bring that up too.
Does it seem that is getting lost?
Yes.
That first strike, and that's not even the first strike, I don't think, but that first thing is getting lost in our response?
Yes. Yes, and that's...
Because it has, right?
Yeah, and that's just the way it is. You know, everybody focuses on what's taking place rather than the causes for it. And the reality is you have to look at a larger context. You go back 2 months ago, there was massive protests by Iranian citizens against the Iranian government. And you would say, hey, this could be an opportunity for the American people to support the Iranian citizens against their government, try to separate them. But another way to look at this is that the attack on the general by the Americans, killing that general, united the Iranians because it was a government official who was killed. So, you know, it's a dangerous game and you can't quite figure out where things are going to go and how things are going to work out.
Very volatile over there.
Very, very volatile.
I want to talk about the Iranian response because it was very peculiar, I guess.
Yes.
So apparently we had advance warning from the Iraqis that this attack was going to come on one of our bases, apparently the base that launched the drone, right? Am I right?
Yes.
And then we also had our own system that gave us forewarning.
Right.
On top of that, the Iranian missiles were off target. On purpose?
See,
or
See, this is what I think a lot of people don't understand about politics. How do you interpret what they did? Did they deliberately try to miss Americans and Iraqis? In other words, cause some physical damage, but don't try to kill or injure people. That's
to show their people that, hey, we're responding.
Yeah, exactly. We did what we're going to do, and we showed how strong we are. Or did they actually miss? And you go back to, I would argue, go back to the attack on the Saudi embassy refinery. Remember that?
Yes.
Several months ago. And almost all the missiles that they fired then were accurate.
Accurate.
So they're accurate then and they're not accurate now? That to me is a stretch. I think that they deliberately tried to avoid casualties because they don't want to get into a war with the United States.
Here's the other thing. They don't want to get into a war with the United States. They don't want to get into a war with the United States while President Trump is at the helm.
I think they don't want to get into a war with the United States. We have been in a place of tension with them, in essence a Cold War, for 40 years, since 1979, and we have not engaged in a war with them. I think they're very, very good at provoking us and backing down. And we're very good at provoking them and backing down.
This is our relationship with them.
This is our relationship with them. In essence, this is a deadly serious game. We know we can go so far, but we won't go farther than that. Now, President Trump, by the killing of a government official, a bad, bad guy, pushed the envelope. But Iran seems to have responded by backing down. So,
the other side of that, and I know a lot of people are worried about it, Iran seems to have responded to satisfy their people and to tell us, hey, this is what we're doing, and just to throw us off. That way we relax a little bit.
This is where you depend on the professionalism of our intelligence services and our military to always be alert. They have to be alert. They know they have to be alert. That is the message from President Trump. That's the message from our military leaders. In other words, this is not a time to back down. And in fact, President Trump, with his announcement on Wednesday, said we're going to increase sanctions on Iran. So I think the tension for war has declined, but there's still the underlying problem that we have two countries that hate each other's guts.
And that's what I want to ask you about, because both countries are saying, okay, we're not going to back down. At least that's the appearance they want to have. Having said that, what is the next step? What's on the horizon? And you may not be, I mean, because both countries are playing that we're not backing down game and we're showing strength, right?
Here,
we have 1 minute. They're holding up the 1 minute.
Okay, here's the thing. What do we want to achieve with Iran? What is our strategy? And the same thing, what does Iran want to achieve with us? What is their strategy? And so I would argue that should then determine what the next steps are going to be. What is our goal in the end with Iran?
And what is our goal? Because we keep talking about energy independence and that we have so much oil now, gas, that we are a big producer of oil and gas now, and we don't need Iran.
We don't need them, but the rest of the world still does. Because while we are energy independent, the rest of the world isn't.
And there's our wrap.
Okay,
we never have enough time. We're going to have you back on, Dr. Fabrizio. Thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we'll be back on Big Country Politics.